We can all worry about the risk of failure. If we don't try, we'll certainly fail. I'm Anne Richards. I'm the Chief Executive of Fidelity International. Our ambition as an organisation is to be net zero by 2030.
I'm Gillian Lofts and I'm the Global Head of Sustainable Finance at EY. What Fidelity have done is really ambitious. They're pledging to be 20 years ahead of most economies and most of their peers.
The easy thing when you set any goal is to go with the minimum that's required, and 2050 is the challenge to be net zero. It's important that we try and do more than even we are asking the companies we invest in to do.
The role of institutions like Fidelity in setting an ambitious target is really to challenge the current thinking of their peers and other businesses and the wider economy, and actually also to stimulate action. At EY, we set an ambition to become carbon negative in 2021 and also to become net zero by 2025. It doesn't matter if one of us is net zero, it only matters if we're all net zero. No single organisation can do this on its own, which is why it's critical that our decarbonisation strategy and anyone else's decarbonisation strategy also includes helping others to get there as well.
The great power, I think, that business and the finance sector in particular has is we understand collaboration. The collaboration that I've seen, in particular over the last 18 months, cross-sector, cross-industry, cross-business, has been like nothing I've seen in my entire 30-odd years of investment.
When we talk about the transition, we talk about value-led sustainability, not just thinking about the financial value, but also the value of your people, the value you're giving to your supply chain and to your clients, and the value that you're giving to society at large. Businesses really need to reframe their sustainability strategy so that it's in every business decision that they make, every finance decision that they make, and it's just a part of the DNA that runs through their whole business.
We know that immediately within our own operations there are things that we can and we should do. But I think even more excitingly is when we look at the investments that we make in our portfolio companies, we can see that there's a huge opportunity there to really orient those portfolios to some of the changing technologies that are going to be transformational.
Creating a credible decarbonisation plan is easy to say, but very difficult to do. You've got to understand where you are today. You need to understand effectively the financed emissions within your business. You need to set ambition and target, but ones that you're willing to then report against. You need to set your strategy across your portfolio. And finally, you've got to have a really effective communication plan.
The most meaningful impact that any CEO can have is to actually look at the operations and say, what can I do that would be transformational? What can I do to make my supply chain better? What can I do to make my customers make better choices much more easily than they can at the moment? What is in my control? You need a mix of top-down and you need bottom-up. Figuring out what are the goals that are ambitious but realistic. But then the bottom-up piece is, I think, also really important because the people that are closest to the specific bits of the operation in specific areas are the ones that will come up with the most imaginative ideas about what we can do and how we can do it differently. And I think it's really important that we harness personal responsibility and personal actions within a plan that comes top-down. So you need that mix of top-down and bottom-up.
Delivering on decarbonisation is everybody's business.
The question I would say every CEO has got to be asking themselves right now is, what am I waiting for?
One question that I would ask CEOs to solve for themselves when they're thinking of reframing their sustainability strategy and creating value is, are you being ambitious enough?